Hi everyone, this is Manisha and welcome back to Sthirta. Many times we self-sabotage our own goals. We drag ourselves further and further away from what we want and need. I am going to give you only 3 practices that will help you boost immense amount of confidence to go after what you want and not self-sabotage your goals. Number 1. Set small goals to win. What do I mean by that? Let me explain you with an example. There was a very famous boxer, I don't remember his name, but he went through an injury and he did not play any game for a really long time because he was recovering from injury. Once he was recovered, his coach gave him a very weak player to compete with. The weak player was given to the boxer very purposely. If he would have stuck with his ego that I should be playing with only big boxers, after an injury, chances were very high that he would have lost the match. But his coach was very smart. He gave him a very weak player so that he can win and boost the confidence, okay? And then he made him compete with the strong players and he kept winning, winning, and winning. This is what you call upward spiral and downward spiral. Okay, if you are setting yourself up for huge goals and things that you cannot accomplish in a certain amount of time, you are setting yourself up for failure. And once you actually fail, which most probably you will because you're setting yourself a very unrealistic goal, you will lose immense amount of confidence. We don't want to do that, right? So set yourself very realistic goals that you can achieve in a certain amount of time and keep celebrating those little wins that you are winning each day. Another example, this is a personal one. It was like 3-4 years back. I was trying to lose weight, okay, and I just got into so much energy. I'm going to run 12 kilometers, 10 kilometers tomorrow. I set myself really unrealistic goal. What did I do the next day? I actually ran for 10 kilometers, which I decided I will. But I had to take the taxi back home. My feet were hurting. I could not run for next 15 to 20 days. I accomplished that one goal that I will run 10 kilometers, but what happened the next day? I could not do anything for next 20 days. That is a failure. Set yourself small goals that you can achieve, that you can win, so you boost your confidence on a daily basis. The more confidence you gain, the more confidence you will have to go towards the big wins. Number 2, self-talk. How many times have you heard this sentence? If you keep telling yourself that you can't, then you won't. But this sentence has much more deeper meaning than that. Since our childhoods, we all have been spoken to in a certain language. You must be thinking I'm talking about Hindi, English, Italian, Spanish, French. No. I segregate those language only into 2 parts. Language of fear, language of love. If you are a fear driven person, if you speak the language of fear, then you won't be able to take risks. You will always stick to the job that is making you unhappy and making you bare minimum money for survival. Your brain will keep finding the ways to tell you how this cannot be possible, how the hurdles are going to arrive, how difficult it is to accomplish what you are trying to accomplish. But on the other hand, if you have the love driven language, if you are a love driven person, you will trust more, you will believe more, you will believe that universe is on my side, universe wants to give me what I want and what I need. You will have more gratitude, you will have more abundance. It's all about the stories you tell yourself. It's all about how you talk to yourself. Your brain's job is to protect you. Your brain will naturally give you the hurdles that are going to arrive in your life while accomplishing your goals. But if you practice the language of love rather than the language of fear, you will realize that the brain has the capability to give you the solutions as well rather than giving you the hurdles. So if you keep talking to yourself that you can't, then probably you won't. Your self-talk is harming your self-worth and giving you limiting beliefs, which is ultimately stopping you from getting what you want. Number 3, self-image. The way you talk to yourself, that's exactly how you see yourself. Let me explain. If you keep talking to yourself like, I never get help, I help so many people, but when the time comes when I need help, nobody is there, bam. Your self-image is you are a victim. You see yourself as a victim all the time. That's why you keep falling into the situation where you remain the victim. Your brain does not know the difference between your thoughts and reality. If you keep telling yourself that you are a victim, you will automatically find the situation where you will be the victim. So when you change your self-talk, you will ultimately change your self-image. But self-image is slightly different than the self-talk. Let me explain how with an example. I was talking to one of my really good friends. She's my childhood friend. I know her for a really long time now. Belong to a wonderful family. Amazing woman, okay? She was sharing with me how pornography has spoiled her self-image. There are so many people who had no access to sexual information, sexual health, or anything like that. They ultimately go to porn sites to learn all these things, which is a very unhealthy way to do. We all know how pornography is. It's not actually real, it's all performance. Her initial journey of relationships with men was very complicated and weird, specifically sexually, because whenever she was involved sexually intimately with a man, it was never really enjoyable for her because she was more performing than feeling it, and the man she was with was able to feel it. So it was not a very good experience. And then slowly she realizes that what is exactly happening to her, because there is no information available for sexual health or sex in general in our society. People don't openly talk about it. So whatever she has learned, she saw herself as that woman, the woman that she saw in pornography, and she thought that she's supposed to perform or act that way, but she never really liked it when actually she encountered that experience. So her self-image in a relationship with a man is like a woman she has seen in pornography. How bad that is. There are multiple outer factors as well that are harming your self-image. You need to be very careful and mindful about what you expose yourself to. Another general example, if a person has been fat in their childhood, when they grow up, lose a lot of weight, become really attractive, amazing. When you see them, it looks like they have immense amount of confidence. But the moment they hear word fat, it's like a triggering word for them. Their self-talk is telling them you are a fat kid, you are a fat kid, and their self-image, the way they see themselves is also as a fat kid. Because when you get out of that identity, you do not identify yourself as fat anymore. You do not identify with the words that people have spoken to you in your childhood. It will never be triggering for you. When something is triggering you, if you're getting offended too easily, if you're getting irritated too easily, it is telling you something about yourself. See, I can keep giving you 100 examples. You are procrastinating what you're trying to do because you deep down don't feel worthy of achieving what you actually want to achieve. Your future self already has it, but today you don't feel worthy of it. Your future self is literally counting on you, waiting on you, that one day you will get up and feel worthy and take actions towards what you actually want and need in your life, the kind of person that you want to become. But if you keep telling yourself the stories that you have heard since childhood, if you keep seeing yourself as not a worthy person, not a deserving person, you will never be able to get what you want and what you need. You will always be procrastinating, you will always be lazy, always be triggered. If you want to become the person that you are trying to become, your self-talk, your self-image plays a huge role in it. And if you fail in giving yourself that kind of a self-talk and self-image that I am talking about, forgive yourself, try again tomorrow. Set yourself small little goals that are achievable and be proud when you achieve it. That's it for today's video. Only 3 points if you work on. These are the bigger umbrella points which cover multiple other points which I could have included in this video, but I don't want to waste your time. If you work on your self-image, self-talk, and set yourself for little goals and win it every day, I guarantee you nobody can stop you from achieving your goals, whatever your goal may be. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video till the end. If you like self-development content like this, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video so this video can reach out to other people who might be in need of it. And before I go, I would like to remind you once again that I have shifted my Friday vlogs to my other channel. I will mention the link of that channel in the description below. Go ahead and subscribe that channel as well. Once again, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.